Hello, welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I pray you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you, of course, the purest of love and light. Remember, God is for us. Who can be against us? We're blessed, we're highly favored, secured, and we are protected. So if it's your first time, I welcome you. Returning soul tribers, thank you for your continuous love and your support. I really do truly appreciate you. So let's get right into it. So we have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer water. So maybe some of you are making a decision to leave what no longer serve you, something that had you stuck, trapped, felt, where you felt as if you were bounded by, maybe when it came to a love offer, Two of Cups. It's like by you doing that, now you're in this Nine of Cups where it's like you're loving on yourself. You're pouring back into yourself what you probably poured in people in the past, or in love connections, or people you were partnering with. Because for a lot of you, people didn't see you, or a person didn't see you, maybe because they had more than one choices. They had options. And so, yeah, with the world, is like closing out a cycle here. So you had to close out this chapter. And with the Temperance, it's like now you're more balanced. Maybe this person was very harsh, King of Swords energy, where this person would try to cut you down with their words, probably held back when it came to you as well. Maybe this person was not a good provider. When it came to money and all of that, they were very stingy. But now it's like with you on your own, it's like you're in this Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy. It's like you're stable, you're grounded. A lot of you probably now have your own businesses where you're more stable. You can hold your own now. It's like you're doing better by yourself than probably when you were in a particular connection in the past. Yeah, because back then you were in the Five of Pentacles, you were out in the cold. And remember seeing that Four of Pentacles where people held back from you, or a person held back from you, was not supportive. And it's like, especially when you have to beg people, you have to rely on anyone for things. It's like people will use that to spite you because they want you to keep coming back to beg. It's almost like they take it as a joke. So for a lot of you, been left out in the cold, having to ask for help, and people were not there to support you. And when you are now in this, single, secure, you're self-sufficient mode here, it's like with the Ace of Wands, it's like your creativity, this is coming from God. It's like now when you decide, or you learn your lessons, God can now trust you, because now you know what you need. And maybe again, people in the past, they were holding you back. And now that you know how to love yourself, you realize that your help, love, does not come from another person. It's about your self-love. When you believe in yourself, because a lot of you probably are very driven too, very passionate, but it's like if you weren't around people who were very supportive of you, and so they held back. Again, maybe sometimes, and we saw the Eight of Swords, where people probably were trying to sabotage you in situations where you felt stuck. Or maybe you're feeling like this now, feeling stuck, having to rely on people, asking for favor, and people held back, knowing that you need them. And like, yeah, now you're like in this Knight of Pentacles, where slow and steady win the race. Is like you starting over. This is a brand new, it's a brand new beginning where you're starting. Yes, you're starting from the basic, but you're not starting from inexperience, if you know what I mean. So for a lot of you, yes, maybe you lost some things, maybe you had to move away from someone, some people, but it's like it's a fresh start. It's like you see people shaving their heads and then it grow back. It's like this brand new beginning. And this is what God is giving you, because again, when you know your worth, you know what you're capable of, and you decide, no, I am settling with people who do not want to see me flourish. And you realize that when you're by yourself, because the truth is, when we are with the right person, having the right partnership, we flourish. You flourish because you have people watering you, you watering them. There is no need to be greedy, no need to be selfish. And so you're realizing that now that you're by yourself, you don't have them to deal with, because again, a lot of these people were juggling you, maybe even comparing you with other people. Now you're doing much better. You're doing much better. Yeah, and a lot of you now, you have boundaries. You have boundaries. It's like you're not trapped in the Two of Swords, because for a lot of you, that's what people want, or they wanted for you to be trapped between two minds, can't decide on what it is that you need to do. But with this Chariot, it's like you persevere. A lot of obstacles here with the Nine of Wands. Wounded warrior. So for a lot of you, before you even leave that connection or those people, you left wounded, because it's almost as if sometimes you have the urge or the need to have to defend yourself. You came up against a lot of backlashing, because truth is, people who are not going anywhere, they don't want to see you move off to go anywhere either. They're gonna try to hold you back, to keep you stagnant. Misery loves company. And so if you want to do something different, to step outside of the norm, it's like you're gonna expect to go up against even the people you thought, because with the Two of Cups, it's like maybe you were married to this person, or maybe you were in a close relationship with these people. And it's like they wanted to make decisions for you. And you know, it's when we look at even Jesus as an example, he had to step away from his family in order to do God's will. He was 30 something when he died. So that means, you know, he had to go out there, move against the grain. You have all the Pharisees and the Sadducees and all the disease, they wanted to come against him, to oppose him. He had to stand up. It's like dare to be different. Dare to be different. And what people don't know, they fear it. They fear that. So it's like for a lot of you, yeah, you had to come up against some people. And for some of you, God stepped in. It's like enough already. Enough already. It's like God made this tower came in where people were exposed. They were just on public display about who they really are. And so that's how a lot of you were able to see these people, yeah, that they were there with the Three of Swords to cause a lot of heartache, a lot of heartbreak and loss. Is like they are really not there. They were not there for your highest good. And look, the Devil and the Magician. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then we have here the Two of Wands and the Star. Wow, and it only gets better, the Empress and the Four of Wands. So yes, a lot of these people, and then we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, a lot of you, these people are toxic, in devilish energy, very obsessed with the Magician. Absolutely. They were engaging in manipulating energies, doing witchcraft. It's like they wanted to block your path, because this is you planning. And this is something that divine, that God already chartered. This course is already chartered for you, because you see the light from heaven shining on your path. And these people or this person wanted to play God in your life. And so, yeah, they were doing everything demonic. to cause your heartbreak. It's like they were high, they got a high, they were drunk on doing witchcraft, evil, iniquity work, so they could block your path so you couldn't see where you're going. Yeah, and we're talking about you're a star. So you have a purpose here. You have a purpose. A lot of you also, you had to heal yourself. Empress, yeah, this is, like I say, your calling. You're here to change lives, to give birth, to create new things. The High Priestess, wow. Some of you could also be readers as well, very intuitive, very psychic as well. The initials J or B could be relevant as well. And I mean, guys, is like, remember, this is an energy. So with the Empress, you're here to give birth to a business, an idea, a book, for you to motivate, to encourage, to inspire people, even to be a reader, to be a healer, to be a light worker, Four of Wands, you know, to have a relationship. It's also talk about a community where you feel loved, where you feel supported. It's like, this is what these people, they did not want you to have. And this is why they were so adamant. They were willing to do any and everything, because again, the truth is that the enemy knows who you are. But what is true a lot of the times is that we do not know who we are. They already done the research, because when they come into our lives, or when they came in our lives, it was not by happen chance. It wasn't happenstance. It wasn't an incident or a coincidence. They were strategically placed in our lives by the enemy. But we didn't know that. And again, they came as love partnerships. They came as people who we felt so close to. They felt like kin to us. But in fact, these people, they were not. They were just there to hold you back, to be a stumbling block in your way, so that you would not move on to where you wanted to go. And it's like, no wonder. It's like God stepped in, because for a lot of you, this was taking too long. It's like the enemy wanted to hold up the blessing, just like he did with Daniel's prayer. He tried to block the angel, to wrestle the angel with the prayer, with the answered prayer. And God had to send another angel to release that other one to send. So it is a spiritual warfare. As above, so below. So you best believe that every day we watch the news here in the physical, and we see people are arrested. We see all kind of things happening. It's like all of these things are happening in the spirit as well. We have no idea all the things that we've been pushing, walking, and past throughout our journey every single day. All the different attacks that our angels and our guides and God is blocking and stopping from us. It's the same thing that's happening in the spiritual realm. Different things are going on. There is court happening. You know, there is spiritual jail. Just on earth you have the physical jail. It's going on in the spiritual realm as well. It's only because we don't see it. And the thing about it is that these wicked people, they know a lot about the spiritual realm, because the way that they do this, they know that the devil is a spirit, and the things that they're conjuring up, why they can wash their hands clean and nobody can see maybe anything physical that they're doing. It's because they're doing it in the spiritual realm. They're sending out these devilish, evilish attacks in the spiritual realm. And this is why no wonder we are told that this battle, this wrestle is not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. And I am encouraging you that it's time that we move into the spiritual step out of the physical, because there is no way we can fight these battles, because everything starts in the spiritual realm. Yes, we look at the person who is in front of us, and we know, at least you realize now, that the enemy, the devil, is using them to get to us. We realize that now. So it's time that we come to the fact that in order for us to win these battles, we need to come under divine's alignment, because the people of the devil, they're under the devil's alignment. Nobody has ever seen God before. Nobody has ever seen the devil before, because they're all spirit and they occupy the body. They occupy people. They occupy things, even animals. Whatever they get, they will use it. I mean, God made a donkey talk. So nothing is off limits here. So every day we get up and we feel some kind of way, things not happening. Let me tell you, it's because spiritually we are not tapped in. We are not tapped in. We're told, we're taught to look at things in the physical. Because as I said, a lot of people, even those who say that they're religious, they're truly afraid of the spiritual. Because if they were to come in alignment with God, then that means the things that they're doing, the lifestyle that they're having, they probably would feel bad about it, or the things that they are doing. Or people don't want to lose the way that they're living. It's almost like everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. So it's like if they come into their alignment with God, of course they're gonna have to die to self. It won't be about them anymore. It will be about God. And they don't want that. They want to take the credit. And this is why, again, when we have people who are under our leadership, when we have anybody who is inspired by us, look up to us, it is so important that we lead them, point them to the cross, tell them. Sometimes, like I said, it's easier for people to talk. Even if they tell you, but it's like actions speak louder than words. And they don't want to be it. They don't want to be the light. It's too hard. It takes too much. It takes too much. So they rather to let people just live the way they want to, do what they want to. I mean, so many people are so lost because they're not in right relationship with divine. If we need to have access to heaven, to the resources of divine, we must be tapped in spiritually. We must be tapped in spiritually, because flesh and blood, it will not inherit, it cannot enter the kingdom of God. Yeah, the high priest again. Yes, is knowing these things intuitively. When you are working in the spirit, as you see with the high priestess, God tells you his secret. And this is why two cannot walk unless they agree. And this is what a lot of you have found out. You are in the wrong partnerships. Confirmation. You are in the wrong partnerships with people. Two cannot walk unless they agree. And it's the same thing. We cannot say truly that we are divine beings if we're not having a relationship with divine. Like I said, a lot of people, they don't want to do that because it requires too much. You know, it's like the rich man who came to Jesus. He was so pumped and he wanted to be a part of the team. Like, Master, what should I do to be a part of? Jesus told him, go sell what you have and come. When he heard that he need to sell what he has, to lose, you know, his things, his treasures, his status in society and the community, that seemed too much for him. And he passed on such a beautiful opportunity, the best investment that he would have made in all of his life. He could have been the 13th disciple. But instead, he put his goods, money, where the Bible says it's like, it is I, God said, it is I who have given you the power to gain wealth. It's like, don't forget it. Don't forget it. And see, the thing is, when we invest, when we give up all to go with divine, that's the biggest investment. Because with divine, with God, you have everything. You need nothing. You need nothing. And this is what, even being an emperor and empress, you don't lack anything. You have divine with you. So when you show up in people's life, and we saw the temperance, you went in people's life as an earth angel. Like I said, a lot of you are the answered prayers for a lot of people. You went in these people's life, or people, now you're in their life to balance out. Because maybe on one end, they're too spiritual. Maybe on one end, you know, they're too religious, and it's like to bring balance. Maybe there are things going on around them. Because like we see here with the devil and the magic, the magician, they have people around them who are holding them back, keeping them probably tracking them, yes. But I mean, blocking their path, their track, so they could move on into their divine calling and their destiny. And it's like you are sent there as an angel to, like, you know, to guide them, like, this way, come down this path. Of course, you can't make people do what they don't want to do. But this is why you're there. You're not there because of money or things. It's only people who are toxic or greedy or of this world think about money and things all the time. When you're an earth angel, you know you have a calling. Yeah, you're a healer. You're a star. And so we are sent in the dark, because that's the beauty about the star. Like the song, I think, by Coldplay, we're a star, we're a star in the sky. Is like we grow brighter the more this world, the people in this world, they go dark. And this is why we are sent out to light the world, to let people know that yes, it's a lot of evil that's going on, but there's a lot of good that's also going on. Wow. Judgment. So a lot of people are called to wake up, or they're having an awakening now. As far as the people they have around them, is like the scales are falling off their eyes here with the justice card. Yeah. It's like the scale is balanced. You know, it's karmic season. All of those toxic people, everything is coming to light right now. Everything is revealed about people. I mean, it's like if you don't know, it's because you don't want to know. If you are still living in doubt and thinking that things are not happening around you, you need to really wake up. Because see, if you're trying to be like the ostrich with your head under the ground, the sun, well, guess what? All of your rear end is going to be blown off. The little part you have sticking in the ground will have no use to you. So it's like it's time to wake up and see what is really happening. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, that the things that are happening, a lot of it, it's fated, it's destined. to happen. A lot of you encountering a lot of negative people, demonic evil people. It's a part of the journey, was meant to be, and you're realizing that. And like right now, like I said, a lot of you are moving on to calmer water, or God is removing you, cause things to just blow up, where everything is exposed now. And of course, it's like a ferry wheel where people are getting stuck in the air and they're hanging upside down. People are now having to look at themselves, to check themselves, to see all the evil deeds that they have been doing. And they have been trying to hurt people. Look, Two of Cups. Yeah, they've been trying to hurt, yeah, a lot of relationships, a lot of partnerships. People stop trying to block a lot of people from having connections. This is also a part of what the enemy has been very strategic in doing as well with these people. Again, the star is here. They cannot stop you from shining. People don't want you to heal. When people get so clingy and holding on to you, yeah, Nine of Swords, a lot of them, they're up in their heads. Yeah, when it comes to you and this Ten of Cups here, this love, fulfillment, this happiness, they don't want it. With the Five of Wands, a lot of competition, a lot of jealousy, yeah, with these Three of Cups, with these third parties. These people have been doing a lot of things here with the Moon. But like I said, with the Death card, is like, yes, endings to what a lot of these people have been doing. It could have been a Queen of Wands as well. And then we have the Sun coming right out, right behind it. It's like the sun is shining on what these people have been working on. These people have been working on ending, putting death. See, they're celebrating. They were celebrating putting an end to things that were supposed to come into your life. That's what they were doing under the Moon, and bringing all this jealousy, this conflict into your life, you know, because they didn't want you to have this wish fulfillment, this Ten of Cups here. And it's like a lot of exposure, a lot of clarity. I'm telling you, everything in the dark is now being revealed. It's coming to the light. It's coming to the light right now. I love it. I love it for you. I love it for us. Let's see what an angel card. So yeah, it's important to look around and make sure the people who are there are really there in your life for the right reason. They're there in your life for the right purpose. Because if we are not careful, like I said, these people, they're very strategic. Very strategic. A lot of these people, they also gain the support of others as well to come against you, so, or to convince you that what you're doing or what you're supposed to do, it's not good for you. And then if you are not sure about yourself, you doubt yourself, then it will seem as if, well, they must be right. It's like 10 against 1. When the truth is that the one, you are the one who is correct. You're meant to go against the grain. It doesn't mean that because they're making the most noise that they are right. Empty barrels make the most noise. So going against the crowd is not necessarily the best thing or the right thing for you to do. Yeah, synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. Absolutely. So looking at what, you know, what you're seeing, the numbers, the butterflies, the coins, the music, you know, connect the dots here. And you will see that it was fated. The wheel is also turning in your favor. The path that you're on, it's destined. Because you can see the signs. You can see the signs. Honor your feelings. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So again, you know, with the Lovers, it's your emotions. It's the Two of Cups. So whether this is you coming in alignment with yourself, loving yourself, trusting the way you feel, trusting your own intuition. It's like when you can't trust anybody, when you can't even trust yourself, go to divine for answers. Because as I said, it doesn't mean that the people who are around you who are telling you certain things, that they're telling you from a good place. They don't want you to break away. They want you to be a product of your environment. Every time you want to move, they remind you of something fearful that will hold you back. And this is why it is so important for us to do our healing, for us to do our shadow work. See, when they talk about the boogeyman and the monster under the bed, those are the things in our life that is having us afraid. Afraid to make a faith move, afraid to make a bold move, afraid to make a boss move, afraid to be alone. It's like, what is it that you were told when you were younger that makes you so afraid, so scared, so timid? Who hurt you? Who touched you? Why you're so afraid? And this is why a lot of people don't want to go back to do the healing work. They don't want to face it. They don't want to confront those things of the past. And this is why so many people decide to live in the dark, to stay stagnant and trapped. And then they're envious of the ones who are willing to dig deep. It's like to